Museums, in large part, are meant to preserve antiquities for future generations to see for themselves. But right now, a nearly 2-century-old building could derail plans for this. A glassed-in expansion and renovation of the Portland Museum of Art.
It all comes down to a building that used to house the Maine Children's Museum. And the question being debated is just how historic is it? Here's News Center Maine's Ann Baldridge.
This building, which really looks like it's been here for hundreds of years, has really changed a heck of a lot. And really, if you were to look at pictures of it in its past iterations, it's pretty unrecognizable from what it was in the 1800s and early 20th century.
The Portland Museum of Art bought the building next door, 142 Free Street, 5 years ago. It was built as a theater in 1830. Since then, it's been a Baptist church, the headquarters of the Chambers of Commerce, and most recently, the Children's Museum of Maine. PMA spokesman Graham Kennedy says whatever historic significance the building had a century ago is now gone.
But really, when you look at the history of this building, it's been altered, added to, renovated, and gutted at various times in its history. That's not the most important thing for us, though, is the history of the building. It's really about the benefit of what we could bring to this site.
What the museum wants to bring is a whole new addition, including a glassed-in entrance. But to do it, they need to demolish the older building. However, in 2009, the building was listed as a historic place within the Congress Street Historic District. So the museum needs the Historic Preservation Board to reclassify it as non-contributing.
There really haven't been changes since it was designated, so we see no reason to remove it from the list of contributing buildings in the district.
The Greater Portland Landmarks nonprofit is against the request to reclassify and tear down the current building, saying it would destroy an important piece of Portland history. But the Museum of Art says they want to make better use of the land.
From our standpoint, what we really believe is that the benefit of this proposed concept outweighs any reason to maintain the building as it currently is.
The Museum of Art says it has had more than 2,000 people in the community comment on the plan. 93% say they approve of it. Other Congress Street businesses are also backing them up, including State Theater and Springer's Jewelers.
We've spent almost 60 years in preservation in Portland, and it's why Portland is what it is today. And we cannot see it getting nicked away.
In the end, it'll be up to the Portland City Council to decide whether the museum will be able to tear down the building or go back to the drawing board. In Portland, Ann Baldridge, News Center, Maine.
The Historic Preservation Board will hold a workshop on the reclassification request. It's tomorrow at 5 o'clock at City Hall.